My poetry wants what I want. And right now, in this instant, I want to fuck something and light it on fire because ashes let us know of the bridges we burn. I want to become the eye of a perfect storm so I can destroy all that I touch so it can be rebuilt. I want to get righteously drunk off of someone else's money, fist fight a paraplegic and let him win. Because we all need winners. I want to break bread with the sinners, the unforgiven, the pimps, the pushers, the prostitutes, the panhandlers, starve on their knowledge and hang myself with their wisdom. I want poetry to no longer be synonymous with the term pansy or the acronym PhD. Yeah. I want trees to sprout forth from the cracked cement of our youth and to relieve the weight of a world caring about concepts that should have been long been dead. My poetry, my words want y'all to stop playing the fence so that together we can knock these fences down and allow beauty to travel faster than sound. I want my words to paint stars on the ground so that our children can reach them and to color the clouds gold so that fools will look up. I want my journal in my back pocket to be my own personal war. Because this world is a beautiful, classy tormentor, a dark, twisted rainbow, a psychotic kaleidoscope of collected dread, and I want to paint your skin red with her. This next poem is about where I'm from. It's a little steel mill town right outside the city skirts of Ambridge, or Pittsburgh. It's called Ambridge. Ambridge is not just a place, but a story. A memory tattooed to the inside of my lips, so when I spit, Yin's guys know where I come from and at. It is a light like so many in this world, these old ones losing their hue, places that time seems to stand still on a high wire made of hope. The coldness is still settled to the insides of my soul in the form of snowdrifts drifting years later. Not even the Louisiana heat can thaw the days of winter I've spent inside cracked cement sidewalks, staring at an unforgiving gunmetal gray sky, begging for the sun itself to scratch the surface. See, Ambridge is a place like many made of one-way streets where the ends rarely meet and the means are really justified. Places built on a hill as if to say there's only one way out and one way down to the bottom of a barrel soaked in 3 rivers of blood, sweat, and tears. An entire city built on the broken backs of martyred men of steel. It is a place like many, made of many blocks with more bars than a jail cell, places to lose yourself, never leave the confinement of a constricted consciousness. Fred's divot had 18 holes to fall into, and brother, I found and fucked every one, at least 16 that I remember. 16 instances I've waded through waters made for sinking, thinking I won't do that again. I found that I'll try just about anything 16 times. Is a place like many just spokes in a wheel, open willingness to repeat themselves, repeating on paths lined with souls withered from war-torn weather, testaments of time taking its toll like the rust on the side of a tin can, a tether that both traps and topples the will of a man. My home, Ambridge, is like any place. It's like here, it's like now, filled to the brim with repetitive drunkards, helpless humanities, hell-bent on self-destruction, and good, blue-collared people. People too deaf to hear the cries of their own children, too muted to ever speak of change. People too blind to the fact that the sun itself rests in the palms of their hands. This next poem is kind of a tough one for me, but it's dedicated to my Uncle Kirk Blanchard and anybody else that has ever lost the battle with depression. An open letter to Shepard Smith, Henry Rollins, and any other fucking asshole that has ever said suicide is a coward's way out. Once when my mother was asked by a physician if there's a history of mental illness in our family, she replied, diagnosed or not. 2, depression is not caused by the loss of a job, a bad breakup, or a failing test grade. It is not simply something that you can shake off, buck up, break away from, or snap out of. It is certainly not a weakness of one's will or want to live or survive. 3, depression is caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain that can be triggered by a multitude of many different things. In my case, post-traumatic stress syndrome, proof that PTSD is not just a diagnosis for soldiers. See, guilt can weigh as heavy as boulders on young boys' shoulders, and it doesn't get any easier as you get older. 4, depression is waking up to a beautiful, breathtaking day. Your condition crippling to your bed. It is loving someone with all of your heart and never truly letting them in because you perceive yourself an unsolvable problem. It is having those around you that care for you and love you tell you you are doing great, amazing things. You cannot believe it because all you can see is the times you failed before. It is a roller coaster ride of ups and downs, highs and lows that can at any given moment fall off the track. It is a freight train with no certain destination, but I assure you, it's got plenty of baggage. 5, you've obviously never dealt with the dangers of the disease. You've never Googled a hangman's knot hoping that your fingers don't tremble when you go to tie it. You've never pried open a medicine cabinet looking at prescription pill bottles on warning labels like they're a fucking dare. I dare not say you know despair. Never wonder which direction is proper to slit your wrist. You've never been 14, scared, confused, and alone. The weight of your right hand equivalent to your father's Ruger revolver. You've never been a bullet in the chamber, a shot in the dark. You've never been a 16% chance of your brains becoming a Jackson Pollock painting. You've never heard the sound of hammer hitting shame. You've never looked over a bridge and wondered how long it takes to hit bottom. You've never hit rock bottom. 6, a coward is defined as someone who lacks the courage to do unpleasant or dangerous things. Those of us who live with this disease tightrope walk every day without a safety net, juggling our insecurities like hand grenades, hoping that we can catch them before they kill us. No. My uncle wasn't a coward. The man who had a heart attack in the middle of a mosh pit and continued to mosh is not a coward. A coward takes a classroom, a bus station, or a church with them. The courageous leave this world as they felt they lived in it, alone. I got one more. She wore a pair of old Converse, our bodies just as grimy, souls both sullied. Whiskey danced across our throats, thrashing down our throats wildly. Our eyes ablaze with craving, our skin riddled with goosebumps, asking questions that we both already know the answers to. We converse, articulating in terms of wicked trouble. See, guilty, she has some place to be. Degenerate, I have no place to go. In this world, we are all damaged goods, a dented cannon, and I will pass redemption. Heretics too hectic to notice the moon is too full, too busy consuming each other from the inside out. In an arcade of someone else's exertion, we desecrate and consecrate. We waste a little time moving mountains and tearing skies. We drink the rivers themselves and piss them on the maps of the new world, becoming new age cartographers. Vermin is what we are labeled. And make no bones about it, we are vile philanthropists, giving each other all we have left to give. And is that not beauty in itself? Love and fuck are both 4-letter words. They say love is blind. With eyes wide open, we are a law meant to be broken. Thank you so much, y'all.